Hello, you're listening to 107.5 Demon FM. My name is David Murphy, Smurfy by name, and you're Matt J. Horton, aren't you? Say hello.
Hi. What am I by name, Dave?
Jay.
Oh, okay.
And we are joined by voiceover actress and actress Linda Larkin.
Hello.
We've gone to. I'm going to be cheesy to start off. We've gone to a whole new world here.
Oh.
We're going to be taken on a magical adventure in the next 20 minutes, half an hour.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
It's good to have you on the line, Linda. Where are you currently?
I'm in New York City.
Hey, New York. We haven't had New York for a while, have we, Matt?
I can't take you seriously after that.
Oh, okay. Obviously, we should commend you for being Miss Disney, we could say. All the Disney work that you've done, and the Princess Jasmine in particular.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we've done a lot of Princess Jasmine stuff over a lot of years. It's been really cool.
One of the main things I wanted to ask with the character Princess Jasmine, obviously because it's Disney and it's very children's animated, and the legend that it's been over the century, 2 centuries. How did you approach the role of being a princess?
It's interesting. Like, those kind of things, you just sort of let your imagination take you, because you're in a soundproof room with a microphone, and, you know, you're telling this story, you're diving into this, you know, magical story with animals who talk to you and genies and, you know, all of those things. So for me, it was just a matter of letting my imagination go and really, like, being in it while I was doing it. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but it wasn't something that I did a lot of, like, princess preparation for. I just went with it.
Yeah, Disney's all about imagination, of course.
Yeah.
Is it true that you had to lower your voice because the first attempt was sort of high-pitched?
Yes, I was, you know, definitely my voice was naturally higher pitched then. I was pretty young, and, you know, I was just doing it how it came naturally to me, and they really liked what I was doing, but it wasn't the original concept of that character. They had originally wanted to go with a sort of young Lauren Bacall, which wasn't me, but when they heard me do it, they said, maybe we're going to change the direction we're going with this character. So the one thing they asked me to do was drop the pitch a little bit, because that sort of was one of the things that they had originally wanted, and we were able to fit that in.
Well, obviously, we should mention that Princess Jasmine and Aladdin as the series and film has been numerous incarnations all down the years and decades. How have you felt being able to maintain a character for so long and being given the chance to play a character for so many times?
You know, that's been a real gift, I have to say. We've been doing this for 17 years. So it's just amazing. Actually, I think it's more than 17 years. It's like 18 years now. That it came out in 92. So I don't know too many actors who get to play a character for that many years. And it's been really, really special to me, and I feel really fortunate to, you know, keep working. That's always one of the goals. You know, when you start acting, you just want to work. And I've been able to keep doing that because Princess Jasmine stays very current.
I'm going to ask a controversial question
You
now.
always do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that sort of Aladdin and The Lion King and what else was
Jungle
there?
Book.
Jungle Book, yeah. That's golden Disney. Sort of 21st century Disney seems a bit...
Well,
yeah.
there's one side question I wanted to ask you
Yeah.
there. Obviously, Disney's been known a lot for its cartoons and obviously the Disney Channel and that. But, I mean, obviously lately, if that's where you're going, Matt, with things like High School Musical, things like the real-life stuff, plus you've got Disney Pixar with all the 3D animations, your Toy Stories and everything. Do you at all preferring the 2D world that it used to be, or are you happy to be in any sort of way? And let's say, for example, if Aladdin did turn 3D or live action.
Well, there have been some live-action incarnations of Aladdin. They do have an Aladdin ice show, which I haven't seen, but I heard is actually wonderful. And I did the voice track for that as well. So that's, you know, they haven't done the Aladdin Broadway show. I expect that's something that has been tossed around and they may do at some point in the future, like The Lion King or Beauty and the Beast. You know, I don't really I don't really have an opinion about the direction that Disney has gone recently. I think, they've done incredible things for all the ages. I remember being a little girl and Cinderella and Snow White and, those stories that were part of my childhood. And, my godchildren today are, into the stuff that Disney's doing now. So, for me, I'm not attached to one era or another. I have a particular fondness for the stuff that, I was exposed to as a little girl. And then, of course, I like the little generation that Aladdin fit into because I thought that was really special with The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and Us. So, those are probably my two favorites, but I like what they're doing now, too. I just saw The Princess and the Frog. I thought it was fantastic. So, I guess does that answer your question?
Yes, it does very well, brilliant. Yeah. Although you mentioned Disney on Ice, and Aladdin on Ice, and I'm thinking Aladdin set in old Persia. Was there any ice in Persia?
No.
Is that hysterical? I never thought about that before. That is so funny.
Obviously, because it's quite a cult, one of those cult films and stories in general, especially over here in the UK, because it's one of our general pantos using pantomimes.
Oh no, it isn't, Dave.
Oh yes, it is.
There you go.
But what does that mean?
It's a line generally they use in panto and things like "it's behind you." They do generally always sing along. Obviously, because it was sing along as well.
Okay.
Yeah. With a lot of its songs, it became quite a musical sensation. What do you feel sort of inspired the cult status behind it? Is it purely the artist work, the imagination of Walt Disney, the Disney Corporation, or is it anything to do with the music behind it or the story in general?
Well, it was a great team, and that team was responsible for some really, I think it was the same team that was responsible for the music of The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. It changed a little with our movie. There were some songs that were co-written by Tim Rice, so it wasn't the Howard Ashman, Alan Menken, soul creation that the other two were. But I think that it was just like a really good collaboration, these people coming together at the right time with the right ideas, and that's why they had such success with those films. And it was really a resurgence for Disney because they hadn't made anything like the classic Disney films in a long time before those movies I just talked about.
What do you think the moral message behind Aladdin actually was?
The moral message? I think it's to be yourself, because he was trying to pretend to be somebody else, and really, his success came when he was just true to himself and authentic. And I think, if anything from me, and that message probably is, consistent through lots of Disney films, but I think that was a big theme in that one. What do you think it is?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, that's the only one I can really think of off the top of my head. There's probably more.
I think when we were kids, we weren't really thinking about the moral message. It was all, pretty colours and the songs, sing along the songs.
I'll tell you something. One of the greatest twists of all time was in Aladdin. I'll tell you that now. One of the greatest film twists of all time.
What do you think it was?
The one with where Jafar says, "Make me a genie." And then you're thinking, yay, genie, whoop, they're all screwed now. But actually, in retrospect, he gets put into the lamp. And you're thinking, that's clever. I hadn't thought of that.
Yes, that was a very good plot twist, wasn't it?
Yeah. Of course, he comes back in the later ones.
Of course.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of him for long.
He's kind of fun. You'd be surprised how many kids I've talked to, love Jafar. There are kids who love the Disney villains.
Oh.
Of course, there's something for everybody there.
Obviously, being part of the film and the TV series, and obviously series after that, you've obviously encountered probably two separate casts.
Yeah, pretty much the cast has stayed the same through everything. The only thing was the cartoon series.
Yeah, the TV series.
They used Dan Castellaneta for the genie, because Robin Williams couldn't or wouldn't do the TV series. I think he came back. He did. He came back for the second sequel, the third movie, but he didn't do the second movie, and he didn't do the series. So, yeah, I got to work with two different genies, both extremely talented. You know who Dan Castellaneta is, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're familiar with the voiceovering world. What are your views on the general voiceover world and everything? Obviously, because the world of Disney must have opened up a whole world of opportunity, not just to the viewers, but to the people doing these sort of voiceovers, all the different characters and it could be created.
Oh, I think we all feel very lucky. All of us who do it. I think it's, you know, it's a pretty small part of our business, but everybody who gets the opportunity to work in this area feels like blessed. I know for me, it's some of my favorite work. It's just, I don't know, there's such a freedom in it. You know, you don't have any restrictions. They can write a scene where you turn into a table, or you go to the Great Wall of China, and then within 5 minutes are back in, you know, the Middle East. Like, they just can do whatever they want because all they have to do is draw it. So I really feel like there's a lot of freedom, you know, for where the story can go, and we as artists, like, can take that ride. And just doing voiceovers in general, like, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun, and it's not so high pressure, and it's some of my favorite stuff to do.
Well, I mean, the Disney world itself, very convergent in a lot of its series of films. I mean, obviously, as Princess Jasmine, you appeared in a lot of different things. Obviously, general things about Mickey Mouse, a Hercules TV series, had an appearance in that, and even the video games, such as Kingdom of Hearts. Obviously, voiced Princess Jasmine in that. How do you feel the sort of unlimited world, you could say? I mean, do you feel that you'll be provided work for years and years to come? Can you see more stuff happening to Princess Jasmine as time goes by?
Absolutely. I think she'll be around a lot longer than me. I think that, you know, it's forever. When like I said, when I was a little girl, you know, Cinderella and Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, I mean, those stories were already old when I was a kid. So kids for generations to come are going to be seeing Aladdin, and Princess Jasmine is going to be new to them. You know, so I don't think there's any sort of, like, end to that thing. I think Disney just sort of carries on. And, you know, they use the same voices for as long as they can, because children have very sharp ears, and they can tell if you change the voice. So for us, you know, every toy, every game, every ice show or, you know, sequel or anything, they always come to the original actors first to do the role. So I think it could go on forever. The one thing I'll tell you, I don't do in animation a lot of other characters because I always pretty much sound like Princess Jasmine.